Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry, my camera doesn't work because it's being used by OBS right now.
Fine.
So
I got the big orb, the eye. I can see
okay,
it.
okay. Let me just get you up on stream properly. There we go. Hi, how's it going?
Hey, I'm great. Thank you. I'm actually pretty blown away right now. Just the amount of energy and like 205,000 viewers. I mean,
I
it's
know
pretty incredible.
it's going way crazier than I thought it would. Apparently, we just got a
Yeah,
$500,000 donation a couple of minutes ago. I have no idea what's going on.
that is unbelievable. I mean, I know. I heard that and I was just like, oh man, it's just and this community is incredible, I have to say. And thank you
Yeah,
so much for doing this. It's just it's amazing, amazing, and particularly after the year that we've had this year.
yeah. It's
Super
been pretty
important work.
rough for a lot of people. I'm just glad that we get to do
Incredible.
something to help back and have like a go-to point and a funnel to kind of direct people towards.
Totally, I know. I mean, the need is so great. There's just so much that this pandemic has affected. Health wise, economic wise, social injustice wise. I mean, it is just laden with effects across the board. So having a kind of way to galvanize everybody and get folks on board and contribute what they can, it's
Yeah.
really great.
Also, I'm very rude. I didn't even introduce you, everyone. This is Alison Moore,
I'm just talking.
who works at Red Nose Day. Maybe you can tell people a little bit about what Red Nose Day are doing for this event and what we're all here for.
Yeah, thank you. So Red Nose Day is a campaign that we usually activate in the spring,
Mhm.
and our goal is to alleviate child poverty. And we do that in the spring through a variety of different ways. And this year, there's such unprecedented need that we're seeing today. And like I said, there's just multiple things being affected. One of the things that I think is the biggest issue right now is hunger, and it's a really basic need.
Yeah.
Hunger and food insecurity here in the U.S. and across the globe. So we just felt like that now is the time, and thanks to you and the partnership with your incredible community, to maybe towards the end of the year really leverage this reach, raise some funds and be able to start to direct that in ways that help kids who are in poverty, who are slipping into living in poverty.
Right.
And particularly around, again, something as it seems so fundamental as food and food insecurity. That I think hits it home even more.
Yeah, I was telling people earlier that it's kind of wild that food is something that you have to consider a luxury in a year like this year. Like it's something that everybody needs and everybody should have, but right now not everybody does.
Yeah. I mean, in the U.S. alone, 1 in 4 children have experienced food insecurity this year, right? So
Yeah.
when you think about that and you think about 18 million children that sort of represents, those are some of the highest numbers since the Great Depression here in the U.S.
Wow.
And, I mean, that is, we see these on the news, food banks, lines of cars waiting online online to get food. And I think the biggest misconception in particularly Western countries, in the U.S. particularly as well, is that, the poverty line it's a razor thin edge.
Right.
You can slip people. It's not just one kind of place that you exist and then you drop below. It's actually something that people dip in and out of. And then everything with the pandemic now has really just accelerated that. So it's folks who are working and have 2 jobs maybe who
Right.
actually are having a hard time putting food on their table. And when you think of something as fundamental as food, to your point, and then how food and food insecurity and hunger specifically affects all these different things, physical, mental,
Yeah.
man, that's big.
Yeah, it was one of the aspects of the pandemic that I wasn't really aware of until then, because we all focus on the virus itself and the vaccine and everything, which is a good thing to focus on as well. But I mean, the food shortage and the poverty line aspect of it that you were talking about hadn't even crossed my mind until we started getting this stuff together.
Yeah, and I think while the U.S. is reeling particularly with visions of things happening here that I think is really it's really woken people up into what the situation is, and it makes a very stark reminder. I mean, internationally, the economic impact, clearly the health impact, but the economic impact is huge as well. Already there were almost 47 million children that were living with or suffering with acute malnutrition before COVID hit. So you think about that, and then you think about food may be around, but it's out of reach. It's out of reach from a cost perspective, from an economic perspective, the trade and logistics perspective. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, every once in a while you can really get overwhelmed by all of this, and it's for obvious reasons. But this is why things like this and what you're doing and what we're doing with Thankmas and what everybody on the community, these 205,000 viewers are looking at. I mean, to be honest with you, it's, put your energy somewhere that we can start to make a dent in this. And because it is this, we're going to, 2021 is going to be hard as well, I think.
Yeah, well, hopefully a lot less hard than this year. We have some good vaccine news on the horizon, and we've started it in the 100%. UK already, and I've heard that it's ready to roll out for emergency purposes in America already. So hopefully by this time next year, we're on the better mend.
Yeah, totally. And I think what's so great is like towards the end of the year giving that's happening now, it's just going to help accelerate us to sort of get us closer to back to like a normal rhythm of life. I'm hoping that is the case too. So I'm very hopeful for 2021, but I know we still have work to do.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you guys partnering with us for this and allowing us to help out and put our energy in a good direction.
Thank you so much. I mean, with Hope from Home last year, I was blown away again by the contribution, the energy, the sort of creativity coming off of the screen. It just is, it's a unique way to sort of get folks to get up and act, and I think it's a really powerful one. So thank you. Really, it's been not at all. We're lucky to be able to partner with you and your crew.
I'm just glad that people agreed to help out, and there's so many large creators with so many huge audiences that they can activate and put in the right direction. So I'm glad people signed up and wanted to help out as well.
Me too. It was I saw that number ticking up about the number of creators that raised their hands, and I was like, whoa, that's a lot. I mean, it was like really, it was great to see, a lot of heart and energy coming out towards the end of the year here.
It's a good time of year. People are very giving and very generous.
Very true. Very true.
Well, thank you so much for getting on a call with us. Is there anything else you would like to say to people at home?
I think the idea is just donate what you can. I feel like everyone's got a little something to give. These are children, these are families that really need our help right now. Yeah. And we're massively appreciative to everybody that's $1, $5, the 500,000. That was just very appreciative there. Not everyone can swing that, but thank you, and thanks to the creators to making it happen. And I mean, this is a really huge time of year for us, and so it's going to make a big difference in a lot of kids and a lot of families' lives.
Well, that's great to hear. It makes it all worth it. Everything to be thankful for Thankmas, I guess.
You got it. Yeah, exactly. It helps you remember all the good things right with the world.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for getting on a call with us. And
all right. Thank you so much.
Again.
Here we go.
We'll keep motoring on and see how much we can push this by the end of the day.
We'll be watching. We've got all of our computers are lit up. We're watching. It's just exciting. It's awesome. At Red Nose Day headquarters, it's a pretty awesome day.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much, Alison.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.